standing here today. I see determination in your eyes. Each one of you came here seeking something greater than what life has handed you. You are here because deep inside, you know there's more to achieve, more to become, more to build. Think back to this morning. What thoughts crossed your mind as you looked in the mirror? Did you see someone ready to conquer the world? Or did you hear those familiar whispers of doubt? Those little voices saying maybe tomorrow, or I am not quite ready yet. I have walked thousands of miles in those same shoes. Years ago, I stood exactly where you are, full of dreams but weighted down by excuses, until one morning everything changed. I realized something so profound, yet so simple. Excuses don't build empires, work does. Every great achievement in human history started with someone who refused to make excuses. Every skyscraper touching the clouds, every breakthrough technology in your pocket, every successful business that changed lives. They all began with someone who chose action over excuses. Success leaves clues. And the most glaring clue is this. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. They wake up early when others hit snooze. They stay late when others rush home. They read one more book, make one more call, try one more time. The difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't talent. It isn't luck, it's the gap between your excuses and your actions. Every time you choose action over excuses, you build another floor in your empire of success. Right now, at this very moment, thousands of empires are being built. The only question is, will yours be one of them? The world doesn't care about your excuses. The marketplace doesn't reward good intentions. Results. That's the only currency that matters in the real world. You are about to discover exactly how to transform every excuse into an opportunity, every setback into a comeback. Because when you stop explaining why you can't and start proving why you can, something remarkable happens. Your entire world shifts. Those moments when opportunity knocks. And somehow we find a reason not to answer. I see it every day. I don't have enough time. I don't have the right connections. The economy isn't good right now. I am too young. I am too old. These words roll off our tongues so easily, don't they? They are comfortable, safe. But here's the hard truth. Every excuse you accept is a brick in the wall between you and your dreams. In my early days, I met a young entrepreneur. He had every excuse in the book: no money, no education, no connections, but instead of letting these become his story, he turned them into his fuel. Today, he runs a multi-million-dollar company. The difference? He understood that excuses are nothing but exit signs on the highway to success. Every time you make an excuse, you are paying a price, not in dollars and cents, but in something far more valuable, your potential. Every excuse costs you opportunities, relationships, and growth. It's like having a leak in your success pipeline, slowly draining away your future achievements. The most expensive excuse: I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week, next month, next year. Before you know it, you are looking back at a collection of could-have-beens instead of I dids. That's the true cost of excuses, the invisible tax on unrealized dreams. Your brain is designed to protect you from discomfort. It creates these perfectly logical reasons why now isn't the right time, why you should wait for better conditions, why you are not ready yet. It's a survival mechanism gone wrong. In the modern world, this same mechanism that once protected us from physical dangers now protects us from success. Every excuse you make rewires your brain to look for the easy way out. It's like training a muscle. But instead of building strength, you're building weakness. You are programming yourself to spot problems instead of solutions, barriers instead of bridges. Look around this room. Everyone here has the same 24 hours in a day, the same challenges, the same opportunities. The only difference between those who build empires and those who don't is in circumstances. It's their response to those circumstances. Successful people have problems just like everyone else. They just decide those problems are too small to stop them. You don't need special talents. You don't need extraordinary luck. What you need is understanding and application of these timeless principles that govern all achievement. Everything worthwhile comes from purposeful action. Look at any successful person. They all share one common trait. They don't wait for success to find them. They hunt it down with relentless determination. Every single day, they take meaningful steps toward their goals. No exceptions, no excuses. Personal responsibility. Every time something goes wrong, average people look for someone to blame. Market conditions, bad timing, unfair competition. But successful people, they ask themselves one question: what can I do about this? They understand that responsibility is exactly that. The ability to choose your response to any situation. I remember meeting a business owner who lost everything in a market crash. Instead of blaming the economy, he said something remarkable. This is the best thing that could happen to me. Now I can rebuild smarter. Within 2 years, his new business was 3 times more successful than his previous one. That's personal responsibility in action. Clarity breeds conviction. When you are absolutely clear about what you want, your brain becomes a heat-seeking missile for opportunities. Vague goals produce vague results, but specific, measurable objectives, they trigger something remarkable in your mind, a filter that starts spotting resources, connections, and possibilities you never noticed before. Most people get stuck. They understand these principles intellectually, but they fail to take decisive action. Knowledge without action is like having a Ferrari without gasoline. Impressive, but useless. Success demands immediate action, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Now, every major success story started with one decisive moment, one person saying, starting today, things change. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't have perfect conditions. They just had the courage to begin. And that's all you need right now. Success leaves footprints. Every empire builder before you has left a trail of clues. They have shown us that success isn't about doing extraordinary things. It's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. It's about mastering the fundamentals, day after day, with unwavering consistency. Your results aren't determined by what you do occasionally. They're determined by what you do consistently. The small actions you take every single day, multiplied by time, create your destiny. This is why average people can achieve extraordinary results by applying these principles consistently over time. You are going to see how these principles transform into specific actions, because understanding them is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you start applying them, when you take these universal laws and turn them into your personal blueprint for success. Every single day, you are either building your empire or building your excuses. There is no middle ground. These principles work every single time they are applied correctly. The question isn't whether they work. The question is, will you work them? Empire builders think differently. While others see obstacles, they see opportunities. While others plan their weekends, they plan their empires. This fundamental difference in mindset is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Empire builder, they understand that success isn't about resources. It's about resourcefulness. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them every morning. They wake up with one question. What can I do today to move closer to my vision? The transformation begins in your mind long before it shows in your bank account. You must first become mentally who you want to be before you can physically achieve what you want to achieve. This means replacing old thought patterns with new ones. When others say, that's impossible, empire builders ask, how can I make this possible? I have seen this transformation countless times. People walk in with minds full of limitations. I am not good enough. It's too late. The market is too crowded. But here's the truth. These aren't facts. They are stories. Stories you've been telling yourself for so long that they feel like truth. But they are not. Every limiting belief you hold is like a weight tied to your ankles as you try to climb the mountain of success. I don't have enough education becomes irrelevant when you realize that learning never stops. I don't have enough connections dissolves when you understand that every successful relationship started with a single hello. Complete ownership of your results, no blame, no excuses, no justifications. When something goes wrong, empire builders don't ask, why me? They ask, what's next? This shift from victim to victor changes everything. Every thought you think is either moving you toward your empire or away from it. There's no neutral ground. When you understand this, you begin to guard your mind like a fortress. You become selective about what you allow in, the conversations you entertain, the media you consume, the people you surround yourself with. The most remarkable characteristic of empire builders is their ability to maintain unwavering faith in their vision while facing current reality head on. They don't sugarcoat challenges. They don't ignore obstacles. They acknowledge them, then systematically demolish them. This mental transformation isn't comfortable. It's like upgrading your operating system. There's going to be some disruption. Old habits will resist, old fears will surface, but remember this, everything you want lies on the other side of that discomfort. Your mind is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. The choice, and it is a choice, is yours. As we continue, you will discover exactly how to harness this empire-building mindset to create unstoppable momentum toward your goals. Let me tell you what separates dreamers from achievers. It's not talent, it's not intelligence, it's the ability to take consistent, relentless action. Ideas are worthless without execution. Everyone has great ideas. But empire builders, they execute. Think about your daily actions right now. Are they aligned with where you want to be? Because successful people don't just work, they work with purpose. Every hour of their day serves their larger vision. They understand that small actions, repeated consistently, create unstoppable momentum. What you do in the first hour of your morning sets the tone for your entire day. Empire builders start their days with purpose. They don't wake up and check social media. They wake up and check their goals. But they don't start with coffee and news. They start with planning and execution. The most successful people I've ever met share one critical habit. They don't wait for motivation. They understand that action creates motivation, not the other way around. They start before they feel ready. They move forward before they have all the answers. They make success a daily habit. They don't try to make quantum leaps. Instead, they focus on small, consistent improvements, a little better today than yesterday, a little more focused, a little more disciplined. These small improvements compound over time into massive results. Your daily habits are either building your empire or dismantling it. There's no middle ground. Every action you take is either moving you closer to your goals or further away. The coffee you buy instead of investing. The TV show you watch instead of reading. The comfortable conversation you have instead of the challenging one you need to have. Turn your goals into daily actions. Don't just say you want to build an empire. Ask yourself, what am I doing today to build it? Don't just dream about success. Create a daily success ritual and stick to it with religious devotion. Because in the end, your empire will be built by what you do daily, not by what you do occasionally. The gap between knowing and doing is bridged by action, only action. As we continue, you will see exactly how to create the daily success rituals that turn average performers into unstoppable achievers. They are not your enemy. They are your proving ground. Every challenge you face isn't a roadblock. It's a building block of your empire. The most successful people don't avoid obstacles. They actively seek them out because they understand a fundamental truth. Where there's a challenge, there's opportunity. Every major breakthrough in history came from someone facing a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. But here's what separates empire builders. They don't see problems. They see puzzles waiting to be solved. When markets crash, they don't panic. They position. When competition intensifies, they don't retreat. They innovate. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward. It's about using every setback as a setup for a comeback. Steel, how does it become stronger? Through heat and pressure. Your resilience grows the same way through challenges, through obstacles, through what others call problems. The key to strategic problem solving isn't just about finding solutions. It's about finding opportunities within those solutions. When you face an obstacle, ask yourself, what's the opportunity hidden in this challenge? How can I use this to strengthen my empire? What lesson is this teaching me that my competition hasn't learned yet? The size of your success is determined by the size of the problems you're willing to solve. Small problems yield small rewards. Big problems, the ones that everyone else runs from, those yield empire building opportunities. Every obstacle you overcome doesn't just solve a problem. It builds your capability to solve even bigger problems. Most people face obstacles and ask, why me? Empire builders face obstacles and ask, what's next? They understand that obstacles aren't stop signs. They are guidelines. They show you exactly where you need to grow, what you need to learn, what you need to overcome to reach the next level. You will discover exactly how to transform every obstacle into an opportunity. Because the difference between those who build empires and those who don't isn't the absence of obstacles. It's their response to them. Discipline isn't something you do occasionally. It's who you become. Every empire builder I have ever met has one thing in common. They have mastered the art of disciplined action, not when it's convenient, not when they feel motivated. Always. Think about your daily habits right now. Are they serving your vision or are they sabotaging it? Successful people create systems that make success inevitable. They don't rely on willpower, they rely on habits. They make the right actions automatic, like breathing. Time. It's the one resource you can't buy more of. Yet most people treat it like it's unlimited. Empire builders treat every minute like it's worth $1,000. They don't just manage time, they invest it. Every hour is allocated with purpose. Every day is structured for maximum impact. Focus isn't just about doing one thing at a time, it's about doing the right thing at the right time. Most people spread themselves thin, trying to do everything at once. Empire builders understand that power comes from concentration. They identify their most important tasks, the one thing that will move their empire forward, and they attack it with everything they've got. The secret to unshakable discipline isn't motivation. It's ritual. It's creating habits so deeply ingrained that they become part of your identity. You don't decide to brush your teeth each morning. You just do it. That's how empire builders approach their success habits. They make excellence automatic. Your focus determines your reality. What you consistently focus on expands. Empire builders focus relentlessly on their objectives. They don't get distracted by minor setbacks or temporary failures. They maintain laser focus on their vision, adjusting their approach when necessary but never their destination. You will see exactly how to transform discipline from a burden into your most powerful ally. Because discipline isn't just about restriction. It's about freedom. The freedom to achieve exactly what you want, exactly when you want it. Your empire isn't just about what you build. It's about what you leave behind. Every decision you make today writes tomorrow's history. Empire builders understand this fundamental truth. True success isn't measured in dollars and cents, but in lives changed and legacies created. Think beyond the next quarter, beyond the next year. What impact will your work have a decade from now? 2 decades? The greatest empires aren't built on temporary success. They are built on lasting value. Every empire builder I have worked with shares this perspective. They are not just building for themselves. They are building for generations to come. Your legacy isn't something that happens after you are gone. It's something you create every single day. It's in how you treat people. It's in the standards you set. It's in the lives you touch and the changes you inspire. Empire builders understand that their success creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to reach higher. Dream bigger, achieve more. Everything you do sets a standard. Every challenge you overcome shows others what's possible. Your journey isn't just about your success. It's about lighting the way for others. When you break through barriers, you don't just create your path, you create possibilities for countless others. The most powerful legacy isn't just in what you build, it's in who you become and who you help others become. As your empire grows, your responsibility grows with it, because true success isn't just about accumulation. It's about contribution. It's about using your success as a platform to lift others higher. The empire you're building today becomes the legacy you leave tomorrow. Make it count, make it matter, make it last. Right now, at this moment, you stand at a crossroads. Everything you have heard today isn't just information, it's your call to action. The empires of tomorrow are being built by those who take action today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, start with one action. Right now, take out your phone. Open your calendar and block out the first hour of tomorrow morning. That's your empire building hour. No excuses, no distractions, no compromises. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for all the answers. They come through action. Your empire is built one decision at a time, one action at a time, one day at a time. And that building starts right now. Remember, excuses don't build empires. Work does. Every empire in history was built by someone who decided that their dreams were more important than their excuses. Someone who chose action over hesitation, courage over comfort, discipline over distraction. What are you going to do with this moment? Because this moment, right here, right now, is where your empire begins. Stand up, step forward, take action. Your empire is waiting.